What's going on, guys? This is Philip Sessions with the Healthy Living Sessions podcast, coming to you again about life. We're not just talking about health and fitness, but we talk about life here on this podcast. And today I wanted to talk about making plans. I know some of y'all don't like making plans, and I know others of y'all really do enjoy making plans. And I want to let you know that making plans is a good thing, but over planning is the problem that a lot of people run into. Some of y'all make plans just to make plans. Some of y'all make plans to make plans to make plans, if you know what I'm saying. Kind of like in the business world where people will make a meeting to talk about a meeting to talk about the meeting that's going to be the meeting where they actually make the plans for what they want to do in the business. And unfortunately, this really hinders people from actually doing what they want to do. So while making plans are very beneficial, they can also be detrimental to you actually executing on that thing that you want to do. So instead of just deciding what you want to do, um, just lay out a few things. Don't sit there and plan on every little detail about the wind. The wind has to be no more than 5 miles per hour. The sun has to be so far up. It needs to be the summertime, not the wintertime. When I start this or do that, you can't plan every single little thing out. Waiting till you have X amount of dollars in the bank account may be a good idea, but is it the best idea? The better idea is just go ahead and start doing it. You don't have to make a complete jump into doing whatever it is you want to do, whatever you're planning out, but you do need to start actually making some progress. So rather than just planning, go ahead and execute, because doing that execution is actually going to help you figure out what you need to do versus just planning. That's just going to make you hesitate. So you feel like you might need to do more, learn more, wait for a better timing instead of executing. That's the problem with planning, is that you come up with more reasons why you need to do more stuff. Like I just mentioned, you got to wait for that better time. There's no time like right now. Go ahead and just do it. With our internet age, you can learn anything you need. So don't think you need to learn more. You can learn it on the fly. YouTube videos tell you how to do this. This is how I did the podcast. I started trying to do it on my own, and I finally went and looked up a YouTube video, and I was almost there. But I almost let myself say, man, I really can't do this. And I actually put it off for a while because I said, I need to learn how to do it. I need more time, all this stuff. And I watched, I think it was 15 minutes, a 15-minute YouTube video, and it told me exactly what I needed to do to start the podcast. And here you are listening to it. And so me trying to make the plans to really get things in order really didn't help out. I just had to finally execute on it. Yes, I've made plans exactly kind of how I want to lay out these podcasts, what I want to do, how often I need to be recording, stuff like that, and releasing podcasts to y'all. And so I've made those skeleton plans, but now I have to come up with the material, and I didn't sit here and plan out a whole year's worth of stuff. If I would have done that, that would have taken me forever, and this podcast would not be around today, because I've been thinking about this for 2 years. I've been thinking about podcasting for 2 years, and like I mentioned in my first podcast, I've talked to some guys, and they said, just do it. Why wait? And so now I'm just doing it. Rather than making plans, figure out exactly what I want to do, have all the necessary equipment like all these amazing podcasters do, I just got a microphone, got my laptop, hooked it up, and started recording. And now I'm making plans from there. Okay, I like this, I don't like that. I will eventually start asking more from my audience about what they like to hear, what they would like to hear more of. Get some critiques. Not criticism. I'm not looking for criticism, so make sure you just give me critiques, and I do go to ask for that. But criticism is going to come. I know it's inevitable, so I will take that as it comes. But the thing is, I made some skeleton plans finally, instead of just putting things off, saying I need to learn more, all that stuff, and oh, if I do these things, then I can finally start doing it. I finally just said I'm going to do it, and I'm going to figure out as I go. And we noticed that with the entrepreneur world, especially the entrepreneur life that we see nowadays, is that tends to be what happens. They have an idea and they just go for it. They don't sit there and wait for somebody's approval, wait till they learn exactly the right things. They figure it out as they go. So guys, I challenge you to stop waiting for that perfect time and just go for it. Stop waiting and go for it. I cannot say this enough. Like I mentioned already with my podcast, I put it off for 2 years. 2 years I could have been doing this. Who knows where I'd be with the podcast if I had started this 2 years ago. And I am kicking my butt every day because I put that off. And that is not usually how I work. I am usually really good about just going after what I want, but I put it off for 2 years. And so here I am starting up. So guys, I don't want y'all to be just like me, waiting 2 whole years to do something. I don't even want you to wait 2 months. Just go for it now. Figure out what you need. Come up with a small game plan, a skeleton structure, and go for it. So this is Philip Sessions with the Healthy Living Sessions podcast. I hope this spoke to you. Don't forget to subscribe and review this podcast so that more people can to hear about this, know exactly what you got out of it, and so I can read over those reviews and give you the information you're looking for. And don't forget to share this as well. I really appreciate that if you did that, and let me know in the comments how you like this. And once again, this is Philip Sessions with the Healthy Living Sessions podcast. I hope y'all have a blessed day.